Hey, what's up, YouTube land? It's your boy, Eddie Hill, the White Oak, Pennsylvanian toy collector, and it's time for another Eddie Hill review. It's review time, people! And today, we'll be reviewing some random epic action figures. But once it reaches a minute, we're going to look at all these epic figures. As you can tell, we got a lot of good ones here. We got some new ones mixed in as well, some old re-reviews, and some new ones. But yeah, we got, of course, some video game figures. We got, of course, some Jurassic World, some Godzilla vs. Kong, some Peanuts. We even got the Scooby-Doo, Barney Rubble from the Flintstones, and Garfield. But yeah. And some video game figures, too. And classic cartoons. Now, it's been a minute. Let's look at everything we got. We'll start with the first thing that's easy, the Peanuts. We got my boy Charlie Brown. I like Charlie Brown. He's cool. It's a display figure. He doesn't have any articulation, as you can tell. Does he stand? He stands pretty good. And, of course, we got the bully herself who takes the ball away from Charlie Brown. Why not? She looks like she would have had a gimmick to talk, but I think that's long since dead. But here she is, right next to her. I forget her name. I forget it. Susie or something? I can't remember. Next, we got his faithful dog, Snoopy. And this is a Camp Snoopy. Look at that. He's got a flashlight, a backpack, and there's Woodstock on his hat. Definitely a cool-looking figure. See what I had to light a flashlight, but I don't think that gimmick works anymore. I don't know if it does. I guess not. He is definitely, his gimmick has long since been dead. But here he is next to Charlie Brown. Next, we got Astronaut Snoopy on a little rocket car. He's like, going into outer space. Couldn't help myself in the case, huh? Here's a wind-up astronaut, Snoopy. You wind him up, and he walks. I don't have to see if it works. Oh, and he still walks, but he keeps tipping over on my table. He does the moonwalk. That is cool. He still walks. And there he is next to Charlie Brown. It's not a bad set of Snoopies figures. I'm going to add these to my random 80s and 90s collection. Why not? Because I'm collecting 80s and 90s now. Next, speaking of the 90s and 80s, we got, of course, Tom and Jerry toys. These are fast food toys. They don't do much. We got a good old Tom and Jerry car. Look at that. Tom and Jerry riding in a car together. Usually they're fighting each other. That's cool to see them like best buds kind of thing. And does it roll? Yes, it does. It rolls. That is cool. And this little gimmick where Tom is catching something in that bucket. Push his tail upwards and you get to see a cheese and you flip it on the other side. There you got Jerry. And Tom is trying to catch Jerry. Look at him. He's catching Jerry. Like Jerry's, oh no! Oh, that's fun. That's a fun little gimmick. Definitely going in the 90s collection with those Charlie Brown, 80s Charlie Brown stuff. 90s stuff. But here we got, of course, this old race car I got from the, St. Angeles Flea Market. I love this little thing. It's a vintage race car. This could be from the 80s or 90s. I don't know. If you know, leave me a comment, because this car is looking super old. Look at how it is. Might have gone on a racetrack for all I know, but it's still cool. Definitely add to the random little collection. Next, we'll do the video game item, but this is a Halo vehicle. A banished version of a Halo vehicle, but it's a Halo Wraith. The Wraith tank. Oh, I love the Wraith in Halo. And this is going to add nice to my Halo collection. And it's made by Hot Wheels. And this came out in 2016. Wow, this is old today, huh? At least since it's 2026, this is 10 years old. 10 or 16 years old. today. That blows my mind, in a sense. Next, for video games slash crossovers, we got a crossover Amy Rose keychain as Wonder Woman. Oh, I haven't picked up any of these Sonic DC crossovers, but I have one now. Look at that, it's Amy Rose. Maybe when I go toy hunting to the exchange, I'm going to hang this up. Now, I know they don't sell the loose remotes at all, which is a shame, really, but yeah, it is what it is. Yeah. Yeah. So cool to have Amy Rose as Wonder Woman. She'll go in the random video game stuff because she won't fit with the Sonic stuff and the DC stuff. So, yeah. Next on the list, we got this Pinky and the Brain fast food toy. He has some really bad burnware, but it still works as a toy. It's Pinky and the Brain. Yep. We got the Brain himself. So, yeah. And he's walking around in the lab. So cool. Add it to the random 90s, 2000s, and 90s collection, huh? To 90s collection for certain. Next, we got some vintage micro machines. These are military ones. They're micro machines. They were definitely an 80s or 90s thing for certain. So I got some micro machines. Go in the random little 80s collection for certain, huh? Okay, we're getting to the pile so far. Next, we got this little martial arts master. I've had this guy for a long time, but I don't think I know what line he's from. If you do, then leave me a comment, because I can't read this small writing on his feet. It's so tiny. I need a magnifying glass just to read it, and I don't own one. If I did, that would do successful. He'd be top of my favorite martial arts little figurines. Why not? Next on the list, we got, of course, Godzilla vs. Kong New Empire figures. Got, of course, my boy King Kong. Look at that mechanical fist. He's ready to go punching someone with that mechanical fist. Like, gorilla punch. Couldn't help my impression. Yeah. Gorilla mech punch. Hitting Godzilla right in the face. And Godzilla's like, oh, I'm going to get you by shooting my laser fire breath. He's like, really? It burns. But yeah, these figures are really well articulated. King Kong's got some knee bends, as you can tell. Got some elbow bends, you can tell. I love that. Good elbow bends. Doesn't have some wrist tilt. This arm doesn't. Head is on a full rotate tape, but no ball joint. But it would have been cool if you had a ball joint, though. It is what it is. You can't be nitpicky about that. And the back and the painting and the sculpting is amazing on this King Kong figure. He even got his battle damage on his chest. Look at that. That is just so cool. Glad to have a King Kong in my collection. I was definitely glad when I got him. Definitely going to animate him with Knock Knock after this, along with Godzilla. Godzilla, articulation, very simple. Head moves. You can tell somewhat. Legs do move. Tail moves. When we're done with this video, we're going to take a bunch of pictures and animate, huh? Why not? Next, we got, of course, the Street Fighter girls. I don't know half of their names, but I remember seeing the clips for the anime Street Fighter. I got to watch that to know their names. No, this is Ty Lee from Street Fighter, but these other two I'm not familiar with, but they're definitely cute. Definitely my favorite characters from the anime, but still cool. Street Fighter in my collection. These might be made by Kid Robo, for all I know. Yeah, just as I thought, Kid Robo. They make the Simpsons ones as well, but I don't have any of those. Next, we got, of course, one of my favorite cartoons of my childhood. It's the father of Zack Saturday from the Secret Saturdays. And yeah, did not own this guy, but his head does move somewhat due to the articulation. No ball joints. Hinge joints for the arms. No hinge for the legs, but he can kick forward and kick back, so Definitely glad to add Doc Saturday to my collection. He does have a little bit of paint wear. He requires some special paint wear repair type methods, but I don't have the patience to do that or have the tools to do the job. But he'll go on the shelf anyway. It's not so bad. If I was bad, I'd be worried, but it's okay. All right, next item is one I was definitely glad to get at the exchange because I've been watching the Flintstones movie. We got Barney Rubble from the Flintstones. Yeah, I had to have Barney Rubble in my collection because Flintstones was my favorite cartoon when I was growing up in the mid-2000s. You know what I mean? Around 1993. After I was born in 1993. So, yeah. I love the Flintstones movie as I did love the TV show, the cartoon show. But, yeah. My first figure. And I did do some paint repair work on him. You don't even notice he had some paint wear. Pretty much. Not my best work. But it's okay. Yeah, I'm definitely going to try to track down more of the Flintstones movie figures. I want to get, like, Fred Flintstone, Wilma, and Barney's wife. It'd be cool to have them all on the shelf. That would just be so cool. But I'm glad to have these figures, and they look amazing. This figure looks amazing. Going to add it to my random 80s and 90s collection. Barney Rubble will go there. You wonder, does he stand up very well? Yeah, he stands up very well for a bendy fig. Definitely going to enjoy animating him. Next, we got my boy Garfield. And I did not have a Garfield for my 80s and 90s collection. Definitely glad to add Garfield to the collection. I got this from my mom for free, so she gave it to me. So I always thank my mom for what I get, and this is something I was so glad to add to the collection. So now I got Garfield for the collection. I got a couple Garfields in my collection now. Next on the list, this is one I got from my mom as well. It's on my random little dog collection. This is a mermaid dog with a bow and arrow. Ain't she cute? Little scuba dog going in my collection of random dog stuff. I have a dog at home, so I love dogs. Who doesn't love their dogs? All right, next on the list, we got some Jurassic Park. We're going to have these two outrun this T-Rex for the Knock Knock animation. Stay tuned for the Knock Knock animation after this. They're outrunning the T-Rex. But yeah, we got Dr. Grant and Dr. Malcolm. We're going to do them like where they're running from the T-Rex and be like, ah! T-Rex. And Dr. Malcolm's like, throw that flare away. He'll get us anyway. You're just attracting the thing, you idiot. That'll be fun. And Dr. Grant saying that to Dr. Malcolm. Yeah. That'll be a lot of fun. Okay, we're nearly done with the pile. And then we get to go animate next. Okay, we got this bootleg MLP, like little freaky crossover figure. I don't know what it's from, but it looks like to be a crossover MLP figure. But look at that. It's like a weird monster pony. Oh, that's crazy and silly at the same time. Look at those scary eyes. Dina would get one look at that and be like terrified of this thing. Love this MLP figure. Next, we got some Scooby-Doo figures, a couple new ones, and some re-reviews we're going to do. We got, of course, the zombie, like, yikes, drive away in the Mystery Machine, roll out. And he's chasing the gang in the Mystery Machine. That'll be a cool little animation to do. We'll even have another one with him with the Scooby Gang, but that'll be cool. In a run-in type scene. And the monsters chasing after them. That'll be cool. Here's Fred, and he'll be like, ah! And we'll have Shaggy and Scooby all like, no, you, ruh-roh, ghost! Like, ah! The same will go for him. It's going to be like, ruh-roh! And Dad will be like, oh no, a zombie, run away! Same will go for Velma. But yeah, these figures are definitely worth it. I'm definitely going to enjoy animating all these figures today. And they'll be fun. I'll animate certain ones of them, and it'll be awesome. We'll have Barney Rumble try and outrun a T-Rex. That'll be cool. So if you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it, please make sure to like, please make sure to comment, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this. And this Eddie Hill, moving on and rock out YouTube land.